While many of us had to hunker down and wait for conditions to improve, it's important to remember those working through these harsh, cold conditions.
It's not always exactly like we're planning, so we have to stay flexible.
Oh, this is my busy winter.
Tonight, we're amplifying the important work being done to keep the roads clear and those helping pull people out, as well as what you need to know if you're spending long periods of time outside. So to begin, let's head out to KSHB 41 reporter Alyssa Jackson live in Storm Tracker. So a few moments ago, you're in Midtown Kansas City. Where exactly are you and what are you seeing?
Yeah, Kevin, we are still over here in Midtown, just kind of driving around and looking at the roads as they are now since the snow has stopped. Just take a look with us, guys. You can see right now there's a thin layer of snow that is covering the roadways right now. It seems a little slick, but it's kind of hard to tell. We do have some traction here, but you know, the worst of this, as we've talked about, is just how cold this weather is. Kids definitely have something to play with, but you know, it's interesting that our day, we talked about and looked at what the roads appear to be, but we also got a chance to meet with some of those crews that are behind the scenes making these roads clear. When you wake up after a snowfall, you'll see many of the roads treated and plowed. You don't usually get to see the crews that do it.
I'm gonna turn down on Windsor.
Snow and ice storms mean Clinton Johnson and Patrick Liskey are working 12-hour shifts for the city of Prairie Village, so there's 24-hour coverage.
We came in at 7 a.m. and we already had snow on the ground.
They have 258 lane miles, usually 8 trucks out plowing.
During snow operations, the vehicles are constantly being looked over to make sure that there's no hazards that the driver is unaware of.
The main roads are the first priority, with 2-lane neighborhood streets, then residential streets, and cul-de-sacs to follow. When you see your neighborhood cleared or you see they haven't gotten to it, there could be reasons for that.
When we get to the side streets, sometimes if cars are parked directly across from each other, some of the bigger trucks can't get down the street.
They're trying to keep residents in mind at all times.
We try as best as possible to turn our blade a little bit straighter, and that will help a little bit of not putting so much snow back in their driveway.
Public Works crews that have a handful of these storms each year may be out of sight.
I pretty much know every area of the city, and if need be, I could jump on any route and take care of it.
Tracing their impact is hard to miss.
Knowing that people are moving around the city and that we're not having any issues really makes it all worth it.
Those guys were so fun, allowing us to kind of disrupt their shift a bit to show you guys behind the scenes. But let's take another look at the roads right now. I mean, even across the state line, things have been pretty consistent. You know, that snowfall stopped this afternoon, and this thin layer of snow that we're seeing is pretty much what we have seen also in Kansas where we were in Prairie Village. But another interesting tidbit that they mentioned to me that you guys may not have picked up on is they really focus on making sure that residents are satisfied. They do have a tracking system for all of their trucks that they use for snow removal. So if they do get a complaint, they do have a way to go back, check the roadways, and see how many times that those streets have been cleared. And they make sure to go back and do it if it hasn't been done. So definitely an interesting perspective that we don't usually get to see, but we also have more information on our website if you guys are interested to learn how they prioritize what streets they hit first. Live in Kansas City, Alyssa Jackson, KSHB 41 News.